Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative Headline News. I'm your host, Nathaniel Rajkumar, starting off locally here in Trinidad and Tobago. Political analyst Prof Hamid Ghany says the former People's National Movement administration could have implemented campaign finance reform via a simple majority bill, but failed to do so during its near decade of people in power. They had no excuse. In an interview with the Sunday Express last week, Ghany noted that campaign finance reform has been an agreed cross-party issue for more than 2 decades. In an interview outside the Parliament on April 1st, 2026, PNM Deputy Political Leader Senator Sanjeev Boodoo called on the government to introduce campaign finance reform legislation. My response: PNM patriots hate to hear the truth. They prefer to continue to blame UNC for all the destruction caused by their Balize party for decades. PNM always has the solutions while they're in opposition. And their eyes suddenly open to all the issues that plague the country while they're in opposition. How come he didn't have a concern about this while the Emperor of Trinidad and Tobago, the great and mighty Rowley, reigned with an iron fist for the past 9.5 years? No one was concerned, Everybody was quiet about those kind of issues. All of a sudden, you realize that there's a crime crisis. You realize that there's an economic crisis. You realize that the schools have problems, issues have problems, the health sector has problems. Everything now is a problem. While we were in government, we're telling everybody to hold, strain. The hypocrisy, people. The hypocrisy is what none of us should tolerate. Full water service is expected to be restored by 6 a.m. on Monday as the Water and Sewage Authority, WASA, continues permanent, listen to the word, permanent repair works on the 36-inch transmission pipeline near Beetham Gardens. I wonder if that's the same one that people were raising issues about for a long time now, even under the PNM. People could comment and let me know, or if it's something new. WASA said reports of discolored water in several areas across central and south Trinidad are linked to the ongoing emergency works. According to the authority, a significant leak developed on the pipeline on Monday, April 6, 2026. But what I'm saying is, didn't it always have some kind of issue with some pipeline? But I think it was sewer all the time before. While a temporary repair was carried out the same day to restore service, permanent repairs are now necessary to ensure the long-term safety and reliability of the system. Okay, instead of probably PNM might just leave it temporary. The works required the temporary shutdown of the El Socorro booster station and the El Socorro high lift station, which began yesterday at 6 a.m. WASA said the discoloration is temporary and is an unexpected result of the work now underway. It's common sense will let you know that people prefer for it to just remain broken. It explained that disturbances within the pipeline network caused by the shutdown and dewatering process can stir up sediments that normally settle at the bottom of pipelines, leading to a change in water color. The authority assured customers that the water remains safe for use and that the issue affects only the appearance of the supply, not its quality or safety. WASA said it's actively conducting flushing exercises across all affected areas to help clear the system as quickly as possible. Customers who notice discolored water are being advised to run their taps for a few minutes until the water runs clear, so don't go and drink the sediments, which will help improve any remaining sediment, remove any remaining sediment within service lines. I for sure will definitely wait. I usually wait probably about a half an hour or so. My response: how often did Kakash media report about discolored water during Rowley's reign as Emperor of TNT? Not saying they didn't, just asking how often. This new administration is yet again working overtime to fix all PNM's mess in the shortest space of time possible. So all you PNM patriots need to relax a bit. And you know what? Actually hold strain for a while this time. PNT's potential rebound in the oil and gas sector in the near future, as well as continued energy sector development in Guyana and Suriname, has led to split foreign assessments of economic growth and recovery in the Caribbean for 2026 to 2027. Actual prosperity coming in 2027, not because of the mighty morphin Ghana Yam PNM. My response, all PNM was focused on was the Great Dragon Gas Deal and the Ghana Yam for the past few years. I'm not saying Ghana Dragon Gas wasn't important, but it should not have been our priority. Can't give up America for Dragon Gas. Nothing else mattered to them. Tribalism continues to destroy the PNM party just like it began to do 60 years ago. They put all the eggs in one basket. I think that is how the saying goes. All they were studying about is the dragon gas, even though they didn't really care that we could end up facing some significant sanctions from the United States of America if we went behind their backs and made any sort of agreement with the Maduro regime. That I'm telling you, PNM has always been this way. Go back and do some research. You know, like the PNM patriots like to talk about research. Go back into an era before even I was born. I was born 1982. Go back before then, and you'll see how the PNM destroyed our nation's economy. By 1986, when I was 4 years old, Trinidad and Tobago became a bankrupt nation because of the great PNM.
Weather report for Monday, April 13th, Trinidad and Tobago. Expect generally sunny, slightly hazy, and breezy conditions across Trinidad and Tobago this Monday, April 13, 2026. While the day should be mostly fair, there is a chance for brief isolated showers during the afternoon. A mild concentration of Saharan dust is also present in the atmosphere, which may affect sensitive individuals. Key weather metrics. Temperature range. Highs will reach approximately 31 degrees Celsius, with overnight lows around 24 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Heat index. The feels like temperature is expected to peak at 34 degrees Celsius. Wind, generally from the northeast to east-southeast at 5 to 35 kilometers per hour, with occasional gusty conditions. Marine conditions. Seas are moderate with open water waves near 2.0 meters and sheltered areas near 1.0 meters, occasionally choppy. Sun information. Sunrise at 5:52 a.m. and sunset at 6:14 p.m. UV index. High to very high 9 to 10, requiring sun protection between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tide times. Port of Spain. High tide at 4:32 a.m. and 5:18 p.m. Low tide at 11:04 a.m. and 11:15 p.m. Tide times. Scarborough, high tide at 4:08 a.m. and 4:46 p.m. Low tide at 10:35 a.m. and 10:48 p.m.
Regional news now. The U.S. $10.8 million Guyana-China Friendship Park on the West Bank, Demerara, officially opened on Sunday, offering a modern recreational space featuring sporting facilities, a landscaped lake, and family-friendly amenities, serving as a key leisure hub at the gateway to regions 3 and 4. I'm sure it's going to encourage, it's going to boost tourism as well, locally and of course foreign-wise when it pertains to foreign visitors. Wonderful to make have some relations with China. You know, I love China. I really want to visit there one of these wonderful days. Just that I have issues with the Chinese Communist Party. And therefore, as much as you're making diplomatic or having diplomatic relations with China, just be wise and careful. President Dr. Irfan Ali. Executive Director of the National Healthcare Enhancement Foundation, Courtney Cephas, is encouraging members of the Jamaican diaspora to channel all donations to the public health sector through the entity to ensure efficiency and accountability. He made the appeal while addressing a virtual forum hosted by Jamaica's Consul General to Miami, Oliver Mayer, on April 8th. Cephas explained that the foundation is the agency of the Ministry of Health and Wellness responsible for mobilizing and managing philanthropic support for the sector. He urged potential donors to make direct contact with the organization, noting that this would allow contributions to be processed smoothly and directed to the intended beneficiaries without delays. Let's just hope that is really true and it doesn't end up in the pockets of families and friends of these officials. I'm just saying it. I'm just hoping so. The Autism Association of Barbados hosted a fun day at the Hockey Turf Wildy Gymnasium on Sunday as efforts continue to support individuals on the autism spectrum and their families. This is really wonderful news once again coming out of Barbados.
Yeah, so this event is a part of an initiative we do every year where we have open play activities for children with disabilities, mainly kids with autism. And we want to give them opportunities to be a part of physical activity. So we introduce them to sports like cricket, badminton, football, any other hitting sports that are available. And we use things that they love, so like water activities. We have a lot of sensory play so that we can engage them. But the idea is more social interaction and building a community. So once we continue to do stuff like this on a wider scale, we can start to build a message of inclusion a lot more.
So how many years has this been going on?
So this is our 5th sports day. Yeah, we do at least 2 to 3 every year. But this particular event is like the 5th edition. Yeah.
So about how many activities are here today present?
Okay, so today we have water, so there is a water zone, we have water slides, and then we have jumping tents, we have badminton here, we have cricket here, we have motorized ATVs for the kids there, we have obstacle courses, and we have cricket.
Investing in sports. Being and Grant's town candidate for the FNM, J. Phillip, said the party pledges to support the sporting industry in the Bahamas. He said the Bahamians will learn to appreciate and value representing their country on a new level. Patriotism, boy, like PNM, patriotism here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know. Remember, I'm now becoming acquainted or now becoming aware of the politics in Bahamas. So maybe this FNM party that is in government right now is the better party. Time alone will tell. Anyone who is watching me from Bahamas, comment and let me know what you think. Which is the better party to rule your government? The opposition, who is proposing some good ideas as well, or the present FNM party?
We are building a Bahamas that is finally worth staying for. Not just in the Bahamas, not in the region, but on the world stage we have consistently performed. And it deserves a system at home that matches its ambition. And we will expand access to community sports programs and facilities in every neighborhood. We will keep young people engaged, healthy, connected, and proud of where they come from.
International news now. President Trump's recent statement on Fox News. The strait is critical for Japan. They get about 93% of their oil through it. South Korea gets roughly 45%. Yeah, these countries haven't really helped us. Japan, but Japan's supposed to be a good ally of America. And besides that, you're supposed to care about your own country, Jed. But anyhow, he said, I asked them, are you going to help? We have about 45,000 U.S. troops in Japan and about 50,000 in South Korea. We guard them and protect them. That's how bold-faced these countries are, They use America to protect them from the same radical jihadists around the world, the terrorists around the world. And they don't want to help in times of need. But when we ask for a little help in return, they don't help us. I wouldn't blame Trump for saying, you know what? Best we remove our troops from your respective countries.
Of oil, people in other countries are getting hurt. One of the things that most amazes me, though, the strait is for Japan, where they get 93% of their oil. You know that, Japan. South Korea gets 45% of its oil. These people haven't helped us. I say, are you guys going to help? And, we have 45,000 soldiers and 50,000, respectively, at those two places. 45 and 50,000 soldiers. We guard them and protect them. And when we want a little help, they don't help us. And when we wanted help from NATO, they don't help us. And we paid, I don't know if you saw, almost $1 trillion toward NATO in a very short period of time.
President Trump's recent statement on gas and oil prices. Eventually, prices will go down. It may not happen immediately, but once the situation is resolved, prices will fall. Meanwhile, we here in Trinidad and Tobago enjoying the extra monies. So let's take all your time now, man. If you want to see the stock market collapse, let a couple of nuclear bombs be used. Exactly, and that's what the mainstream media and the kakash media in Trinidad and Tobago fail to understand. You cannot allow radical jihadists in Iran to build nuclear bombs, people. So if you want to see the stock market collapse, let a couple of nuclear bombs be used, whether against us or elsewhere in the world, it's still going to cause a serious economic collapse. Trump also spoke about America's close relationship with Israel, which I really loved. I was really happy to hear him say that. Probably the final president in America that will stand with Israel. The Ezekiel war most likely is somewhere very near in the future. He said, look at Israel, look at the Israeli relationship. Look at the incredible partnership we have. As Bibi Netanyahu said, we are the big brother and Israel is the little brother. And this is what I said. I can't remember if I said it on this channel or my other channel. I said, Israel, which is a very powerful nation, can acknowledge the fact that America is still their big brother who can assist in protecting them. And yet here in the Caribbean, the tribals say we don't want any protection from America. Whole of Europe depends on America to protect them to a significant extent. Japan and South Korea as well. But we here in the Caribbean say, nah, we can do it on our own, Jed, because we are a peaceful region. Yeah, real peaceful, boy.
Look at the Israeli relationship. Look at the incredible partnership we have on this. And, you know, as Bibi Netanyahu said, we're the big brother and they're the small brother. And, you know, it's been a very effective team. What we've done literally in a matter of days, within 3-4 days.
Now for the interesting fact segment. Hong Kong International Airport sitting heads with a massive interactive cat installation now at display at Terminal 1. Running through early May, the eye-catching artwork invites travelers to snap photos and even print a keepsake as a fun souvenir. Alongside the installation, the airport is hosting seasonal entertainment, including live music and themed performances during the Easter period. The creative setup adds a playful, memorable touch to the travel experience, giving visitors something unique to enjoy beyond just catching a flight. So I guess it's going to end by May, but I saw the picture and it's really wonderful. It looks nice.
Welcome to Real Conservative. Headline News Travel Adventures. The slot canyons of Grand Staircase Escalante stand as a profound testament to the power and artistry of a master designer. While the surrounding desert often appears harsh and immovable, these hidden corridors reveal a more delicate, intentional beauty. Carved into the Navajo sandstone, canyons like Peekaboo and Spooky Gulch showcase rhythmic, flowing walls that mimic the movement of water and wind, suggesting a deliberate architecture rather than a product of blind chance. From a creation perspective, these geological wonders were formed through the monumental forces of the post-flood era. Massive volumes of receding water and subsequent localized drainage cut rapidly through the soft, sedimented layers, leaving behind the smooth, fluted chambers we see today. The vibrant stripes of Zebra Canyon and the towering narrows of Buckskin Gulch are not merely the result of unfathomable eons but are snapshots of a dynamic, catastrophic history that reshaped the Earth's surface in a relatively short window of time. Wandering through these slots, one is struck by the complexity of the general's handiwork, where light filters down from narrow openings to illuminate iron-rich gradients of red, orange, and gold. These canyons serve as a sanctuary for reflection, offering a quiet, shaded refuge from the desert heat. For the traveler, they are more than just physical landmarks, they are a gallery of natural monuments that invite us to marvel at the scale and precision of the world's creation. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you again tomorrow as our journey around the world continues.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's headline news. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name,